Alright, I got another one. Run-ins with black cab drivers, yeah? My run-ins with black cab drivers. Started in 2014, late 2014, driving for Uber. And it was, at the time, my only experience with private hire work, yeah? That's when I started in this trade. Black cab drivers, they kind of probably figured correctly, probably 9 out of 10 times, that every Prius driver is an Uber driver, yeah? So used to get a lot of stick from black cab drivers. They used to wave the odd finger, call me a sometimes, and they just cut me up, yeah? Not all of them. I'm not going to say all of them, yeah? Predominantly it was the old guys, yeah? Probably like 50, 60 plus, you know? They're the ones who'd want to cut me up, slam their brakes on in front of me, pull up in front of me, get out of the car, and probably just try and give me a mouthful. Obviously, if you are facing any kind of road rage on the road, remember you got a CRB or DBS, whatever they call it. You get a police check, yeah? So you don't really want to be like knocking anyone out or getting into any kind of physical altercation with anybody on the road. It's just not even worth it, actually. If every time somebody like pisses you off, you're gonna jump out your car and, you know what I mean, and start a Royal Rumble. You know, doesn't make sense at all. You're gonna lose your career. You're probably gonna get nicked, get fined, and whatever else. You know what I mean? Everything's gonna be up in the air. So it's not even worth it. Yeah. Sometimes just blow it off. You know what I mean? I play mellow music, keeps me mellow. You know what I mean? If they give me the finger, I'll give them the finger back. You know what I mean? Happy days. You know what I mean? It's all equal. However, there has been one occasion where black cab driver got out of the car. He's pulled up in front of me. He's tried to pull into my lane. I never allowed him to. Yeah, I mean, because he was just driving like up the inside of me, like just on some road rage business. He pulled up in front of me anyway. He pulled up behind me. In fact, he couldn't get in front of me, so he pulled in behind me. And when he had the opportunity, he crossed in the other side of the road, and he pulled in front of me, slammed his brakes on, and he jumped out of the car. Yeah. Guy got out of the car. He's like 5'5". He's probably about 60 years old with grey hair. I didn't really want to get out of the car, you know. I mean, I'm not old, but I'm not young. I'm 38. I was probably about 34 at the time, I think. I don't know. And so I didn't really want to be. I don't want to be fighting nobody, you know. You know what I mean? I mean, everyone gets road rage. You know what I mean? I don't need to be killing nobody or putting nobody in hospital for it. Anyway. So he's out of the car, yeah? He's flung his door open, jumped out of the car, he's coming, he's banging on my door in it. So got out of my car and I've walked straight past him. And I've gone to his car, yeah? Taken out his key and I've like launched it across the road. Yeah, I don't even know where it landed. Yeah, so I've dangled the key in front of him, then I've launched it, yeah? So his focus is now off me and it's on finding his key because his car's parked across my car in the middle of the road, yeah? So, I mean, he's given me a lot more verbal and then he's just run across the road looking for his key, obviously, yeah? And this time I've strolled back to my car, got in my car, and I've driven off, yeah? And that's probably the biggest altercation I've had with a black cab driver, yeah? Most black cab drivers, I'm going to say, are very courteous, and I probably had more run-ins with other Uber drivers or other private hire drivers or other Prius drivers, in fact, because their driving seems to be the worst. So I'm not going to discriminate. You know what I mean? I'm not anti-black cab driver. You know, I've got a couple of mates who are black cab drivers. You know what I mean? They're just trying to earn a living, and I'm not going to knock anybody who's trying to put food on their table. But that's probably my worst experience with a black cab driver. I mean, I don't want to be knocking out anybody's dad or granddad. Doesn't make sense at all. Yeah, but I mean, equally I get, there's many run-ins with other private hire drivers, and there's a lot more to have run-ins with, actually. And I mean, everyone's in a rush. Some people are in a bit too much of a rush, and they're not really being courteous of other road users. No angel myself, you know. I mean, in the past I have got upset with other drivers and flipped them off, and I mean, maybe cut back in front of them. I mean, I do it as well. I mean, I'm not exempt. But yeah, it's probably my worst run-in with a black cab driver. Not going to knock anybody. Everyone's trying to earn a wage. Everyone's trying to earn a living. Everyone's trying to keep a roof over the top of their head. Have you had a run-in with a black cab driver? Have you had a run-in with another private hire driver? You know what I mean? I see private hire drivers arguing all the time, so I know it happens. But yeah, share your story below in the comments. Anyway, that's me. That's my story. Gig Guy London, signing out. Peace.